Morning students, very good morning to you. In the previous class we learnt about what is solenoid and toroid. Now I am going to derive an expression for torque acting on a current loop in uniform magnetic field. Torque acting on a current loop in a uniform magnetic field. Let us take a rectangular loop. Okay, let us take this is a rectangular loop. The name of this rectangular loop is PQRS, and we apply some uniform magnetic field. Current is flowing in the loop in anti-clockwise direction. So now each side acts as a current carrying conductor. It is placed in magnetic field, so it experiences force. So what is the force experienced at this point? For example, if it takes this point, so at this point what is the force experienced by this one? This is right, this is FPR. Okay, do you take this as S? This is R. FP, yes. Next here, perpendicular, right? FRS. This is upwards, FPQ. At this point, it is acting inwards. This is FQR. So these are the four conductors which are placed in the presence of magnetic field experience these forces. The forces direction as represented here. Now have you observed that this FPQ and FRS are equal and opposite, hence the force due to them, net force because of these two is 0, and here this is acting in this direction and this is acting upward direction. So here FPS and FQR forms a couple. It forms what couple, because both are acting equal in magnitude and opposite in directions. So this will forms what? Couple. Let's see how it forms a couple. Let's take the normal drawn. The normal is making an angle theta with respect to magnetic field, and we assume that this is making a couple. So what we can write here? These two equal and opposite forces have different line of action, form a couple which deflects the coil, right or not? These two have different line of actions, so that it forms a couple which deflects the coil. So these two forces have different line of actions, right? Form a couple which deflects the coil. Now what is the force on this conductors FPS is equals to FQR is equals to ILB sine. What is the angle between the length of the conductor magnetic field? Both are perpendicular to each other, so that theta is 90. So that force we consider as F is equals to what? ILB. Now we know very well what is the formula for torque acting on a couple. Torque acting on a couple is equals to what? Force into perpendicular distance. What is the perpendicular distance? This is OR, right? OR is the perpendicular distance. Now we have to calculate OR. So I have taken this separate diagram here, that is, listen, this is magnetic field, this is the normal withdrawn, the normal is making angle theta, and two forces are acting on, right? What are the two forces acting here? One force FPS acting in this direction, what is the other force ma? QR acting in this direction. So if you join these two, right, if you join these two, it forms one triangle or not? Yes. This is theta, assume this is O, this is S, this is R, this is theta, this is also theta, right? Now from this triangle I want to calculate OR, right? What I have to calculate? This one, perpendicular distance. This is what? Opposite side. Sin theta is equals to opposite side OR by RS. Already we said that this is a rectangle having length L, breadth B. What is the breadth here? This value is what? B. So from this OR equals to B sin theta. So we calculate the perpendicular distance. Substitute here. Tau is equals to force. What is the force acting on this one, ma? ILB into B sin theta. That implies tau is equals to IB into L into B sin theta. Can I write like this? L into B. What object we consider here? Rectangle. What is the area of rectangle? Length into breadth. Since A is equals to L into B, so we can write here A. So tau is equals to IAB sin theta. For n turns, tau is equals to NIAB sin theta. Already we know that what is magnetic moment? Magnetic moment M is equals to NIA. Therefore tau is equals to what? MB sin theta. So this is the torque acting on rectangular loop in a uniform magnetic field, where tau is equals to what? M bar cross B bar. So this is the way to calculate the torque acting on a rectangular loop. So I will explain here once. See, we have taken a rectangular loop. What is the name of the rectangular loop, ma? PQ or S. We applied some magnetic field, that is B. Now here it is carrying some current I. Now if you take this, only this one, what happens? This is a current carrying conductor in the presence of perpendicular magnetic field. It experiences the force in this direction, that is FPR. This perpendicular direction FRS. This is FPQ. And here FQ, yes. Anything you can take, no problem. Oh, now what happens here? What we taken here? Yes, sir. Okay. This is yes, sir. FP, yes, QR. Okay. Now these two forces are equal in magnitude, opposite direction. The net force is 0. But these two also equal in magnitude, opposite direction. But their line of action is what? They try to form one couple, so the body starts to rotate. So let us take that this is making an angle theta, right? What is the torque? Torque tau is equals to force into perpendicular distance. Force on a conductor is ILB. Perpendicular distance OR is equals to B sin theta. Substituting this one, we get tau is equals to what? MB sin theta. So, the torque acting on a current carrying loop in a uniform magnetic field is what? mb sin theta. Next one is, so we derived an expression for torque, right? So, where it will be useful? Let us see. What is this called? Moving coil galvanometer. What is the function of this moving coil galvanometer? It is a device used to measure small currents. So, it is a device. Let us know how it works first. It is a device which is used to detect or measure. It is used to detect or measure small currents that are flowing in the circuit. Okay, how it works? Let us see how it works. Means on which principle? What happens here? When a rectangular coil or when current carrying conductor is placed in magnetic field, it experiences torque, right? It causes some deflection. That is the principle here, that when a current carrying conductor is placed in a uniform magnetic field, it experiences torque. So, when a current carrying conductor is placed in a uniform magnetic field, it experiences torque. That is the concept. Okay, let us see how it works. So, this is the apparatus. What we consider? We consider a rectangular coil that is placed between the two concave poles. Why we have taken concave poles? Because if it is a bar magnet, it cannot produce uniform magnetic field. If it is a horseshoe magnet, it is going to produce radial magnetic field, right? Means on all sides it exerts same force. So, it produces uniform magnetic field. And the main hero of this device, what that one? Coil. That coil is placed at the center of the apparatus, that is insulated. Okay, and it is placed in a soft iron cylinder to increase the magnetic field strength. How much magnetic field we increase, the deflection will be more. Okay, we said that what? When you place, this is a coil ma. When you place in a uniform magnetic field, right, what happens? It experiences torque, means it is going to deflect. It is going to deflect, means when you make to flow current in this conductor, when current starts to flow in this conductor, what happens? What happens? It deflects. So, if the current is more, deflection will be more, and if you place a scale, the current flowing in a conductor is directly proportional to deflection in the galvanometer, right? So, that is the principle we use here. For that one, we hang that coil by using a spring. By using a spring. Okay, understood? Yes. Now, that spring is placed at the center. What happens? When current flows through the conductor, it experiences torque. It experiences torque. What is the torque experiences? Now only we read B I A N sin theta, right? What is theta here? Since magnetic field is perpendicular, theta is equals to 90. So, this torque is called what? Deflecting torque. BIAN. So, assume that this is the coil, this is placed in magnetic field connected to a spring. What happens when it starts to deflect? It will rotate or not? It will rotate. So, the spring starts to rotate. When the spring starts to rotate, there exists some torque, right? That torque to come back to equilibrium is called restoring torque. What is restoring torque? Torque tau is equals to C into theta. Theta is called deflection and C is called torsional constant, which depends on nature of the material. That's why we use the spring here, which is made of what? Phosphor bronze alloy. Means its Young's modulus is less, so that a small deflection can cause, a small deflection can be detected and easily the spring gets twisted. If it does not get twisted for small deflection, we cannot measure very small currents. The main this was what? To measure very small currents that are flowing through the conductor. Okay. So, at equilibrium what happens? The reflecting torque and restoring torque will be equal. Tau d is equals to tau r. What is tau d? Deflecting torque, right? What is the deflecting torque now? BIAN, that is equals to C theta. That implies theta is equals to BAN by C into I, or I is equals to C by BAN into theta. Let us keep this as constant. I is directly proportional to theta or not? So, the deflection in galvanometer is directly proportional to current flowing. So, when a current carrying coil is placed direct in the magnetic field, it experiences torque, means it gets deflected. That deflection is directly proportional to what? Current flowing through the coil. So, the main aim of this device is what? To detect the small current that is flowing in the coil. Understood? So, this is the principle and working of moving coil galvanometer. Okay, thank you.